Paul Mancano here with you on MASN All Access Extra, and I'm joined by Steve Molesky of MASNsports.com to discuss the Orioles minor league spring training camp. Steve, thanks so much for hopping on.
Oh, there is baseball in Florida right now.
Hard to believe, but there is, in fact, baseball in Florida, in Sarasota, as the Orioles' top prospects are gathered there to get ready for the minor league season. Steve, you brought up on your blog this morning Colton Cowser, the fact that he was incredibly productive in the small sample size that he was given last year in pro ball. You asked the question, and I'm going to ask you the question, how far can Colton Cowser go in 2022?
Well, if he started at Delmarva, I think he could go 3 levels. But I don't think he's going to start in Delmarva because I think his 25-game run there last year, Paul showed us he's ready to move onward and upward. Number 5 pick overall in the draft, you expect big things, and he delivered big things. He was a good defender. He showed speed. He showed hitability. I mean, the guy walked more than he struck out. That's tremendous. So you hear people say, will the power come? You know what, Paul? I'm not worried about that. I see a guy, if he hits his peak, could be one of these guys, 15 homers, 80 RBIs, 25 steals, 35 doubles, play good defense. I mean, that's top end. That's what you're dreaming on here. And maybe the future center of the Orioles. And they have a pretty good one now, by the way, but you want to keep them coming, right? So this kid looks really good. And I think he starts at Aberdeen. That's my guess. And my guess is certainly a Bowie is reachable for him. So this is a kid who could be AA. As college drafted, you want to get on with it. You know, if he can move up, start moving him up. Because as a college pick, he's not 18 anymore. A lot of good things could be coming for this kid.
So Cowser came in as one of the more polished players in the Orioles system because he played several years at Sam Houston State. But Gunner Henderson was picked out of high school 3 years ago now in the 2019 draft. He was a 3-level guy last year. He made it up to Bowie, was outstanding through the first 2 levels, then kind of struggled when he got up to AA. Granted, he was younger than a lot of the guys he was playing against in AA Bowie, but how do you think he'll respond to kind of a rough final month of the 2021 season? Do you feel like Henderson can bounce back in AA Bowie?
Absolutely. And so the one thing Gunner Henderson learned last year when he went 1 for 31 when he started with Aberdeen was he now knows what it's like to struggle badly. He had never done that anywhere in his baseball career, I assure you. And he worked through it. And I think that was big for him. He told me that was big for him. And this kid, again, there's the pop. You know, you're talking about Cowser growing into pop. Gunner's already got it. He's got the big arm. And I think he's wise beyond his years. And I think you know that, Paul, because I know you and I have interviewed him with Brendan in person and Bowie in the playoffs last year. This kid is young, but he's savvy. He's smart. He's already soaking up the analytics. He loves the coaches he works with. He's just got a great outlook on baseball. And I think that's going to serve him well. So he'll probably go back to Bowie. And I think maybe he won't tear it up initially. But I think eventually he will. And again, I think he's 20 still, right? And Gunner, I think I'm right on that. 20 years old in AA, by the way. Wow, that's pretty good. And so onward and upward for this kid. I don't see AA stopping him. I see it challenging him. That's what the Orioles like. They like to see their kids challenge and have to learn and grow and develop. And you're going to see more of that from Gunner in 2022.
Onward and upward seemed to be the theme on the Orioles farm system last year, as they were pretty aggressive in promoting some of the guys that got off to hot starts in 2021. Matt Blood, Director of Player Development, mentioned how it was a unique year in 2021, considering they were coming off no minor league season in 2020. But 2022 could also be a unique year in the fact that they have the lockout going on at the major league level. Do you think the Orioles will be as aggressive or close to as aggressive as they were in 2021 in terms of promoting the guys throughout the system?
There were several guys, Stowers, Gunner, Jordan Westberg, Blaine Knight on the pitching side, who moved 3 levels. And as Matt Blood pointed out to me, Paul, some of that was because they conservatively started guys last year because there were no season the year before. So like a Jordan Westberg may not have started at Delmarva had he played the year before, but he didn't. So that meant you start low and you can end high. And so we won't have that this year, obviously, after a full season, thankfully, of the minor leagues. But it's individualized too, Paul. Some kids maybe can do it. And so if you have that special kid who can, the Orioles will not hold him back, and they're not afraid of challenging players. They proved that last year. And also the other thing I've learned over years of covering the minors is we may look at a stat sheet and see modest stats, but the Orioles may see things within that. Hard hit ball rate, walk strikeouts. They'll just see things that say, this kid's ready to move up even though he's not burning up the stat sheet right now. And the opposite can be true. Sometimes we'll see kids and they go, wow, why didn't they move them? And they'll have some reasons for that. And we may not know all the answers to them. That's how it works too. But I think the Orioles will be aggressive when they feel it's right for that specific player.
Steve, we may not have all the answers, but you are as close to having all the answers as anybody in terms of the Orioles minor league system. So thanks so much for hopping on. Check out Steve's morning post on MASNsports.com and the MASN app, and he will have you fully covered as the Orioles send us players to talk to from Sarasota and the Orioles spring training camp for the minor leaguers. Steve, thanks so much for hopping on.
You got it, Paul. Thanks.